Yes, there we go, that works. By the way, we've got some warnings. All engines failure, land ASAP, max gliding distance. Now, but in today's video, we're going to talk about flight simulators that run on phones. Well, specifically, the Aerofly FS flight sim. Yes, and let me tell you, we now have an airplane that is so realistic that it's become absolutely annoying. Alright. Yes, everybody, Aerofly FS. I mean, it's been a franchise for years. They've made flight sims for Windows, Mac, of course, mobile as well, even Nintendo Switch. It turns out Aerofly as a platform has such a good performance that it can run on practically anything. I'm waiting for the Aerofly FS to come out for the Apple Watch. That's, I guess, the next step. And well, they've always been renowned and pretty good. We've got global flying, we've got everything we need. But now we have a new update. Everybody, the A350 has been released for the Aerofly FS. And let me tell you, this plane can compete with the A350 we have for the big Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm not being serious. This is my phone. Alright, so we were on the Aerofly FS flight sim. It costs like €4 on the App Store. But we want to make our experience good. For that, we need global scenery. We want that. Let's go ahead and subscribe to it. 1 month, €4. Alright, pretty good. And of course, besides, we have to also buy this A350, which is also €4. But overall, we're getting this flight sim experience for €12. Which for flight simulation is very cheap. Let's go ahead and just have a look, everybody. Now we have the worldwide flying map. We can choose our starting location. So you go and choose Frankfurt Airport right here. Can't be wrong. And we can spawn on any gate. Let's go ahead and do that. We want to spawn in with a plane in a cold and dark status. We want it all off. All right, fly now. Okay, so welcome to Frankfurt Airport indeed, which is, as you can see, handcrafted. We've got that one building over there. We've got the mountains over there. This is extremely realistic. I mean, this is running on my phone. It's not even getting warm. This is an iPhone 14, by the way. It's not even, like, new at all. Anyway, this is truly amazing. And let me tell you, the A350 is insane. So let's go ahead and have a look into the cockpit. All right, welcome aboard the A350, which is very much cold and dark, obviously. And, well, that means we have to turn on the plane by ourselves. And this is where the annoying part becomes. Because this plane is so realistic. Look, let's turn on the batteries. You know, pressing all those small little switches on my little screen can be a little bit hard to do. I reckon this will work better on an iPad, but look at this. I'm now turning on this plane. As you can see, yes, some of the screens turn on, but not completely. They will only do so once we turn on the APU. Let's go ahead and do that as well. As you can see, that APU is turning on, actually. Look at that. What is it? Oh, it's getting some electrical alerts. Okay. Yep, this is a fully fledged A350 inside of a phone. Look at this, and we can start to hear the fan come on. Now, I would love to go into the cabin, but I think there actually isn't one. Talking about, you know, the modeling of this plane, like, you know, this is the exterior view. You kind of spawn outside of the aircraft. By the way, we hear the APU. Yeah, I guess that's how they save resources here, by not having a cabin included. Either way, all is fine. APU's on. But as you can see, oh no, our inertial reference system is not aligned yet, as you can see. So we need to do that as well. We need to align this plane. Yeah, put that to nav. Very good. Let's do that. This is the annoying bit. It's hard to use. I mean, you could theoretically do a whole VATSIM flight with this plane. You probably wouldn't want to, though. I mean, look at the flight management computer here of this Airbus A350, which is fully fledged and realistic. And that means, you know, in order to, you know, enter in our route, so from our airport, our origin airport, we have to set that. And we go down here into the keyboard and say EDDF. And you have no idea how hard that is to enter on the phone. EDFH, yeah. Come on, do that. Yes, you can enter an entire sim brief here. And honestly, I can't tell a difference to the A350 in the flight sim, because it's generally the same. Look, let's start our departure right here. Runway 07 center. We can set a standard instrument departure right here. Look at that. And end that into the temporary flight plan. Look at this. Fully fledged and working. We can select EDFH, select an arrival. Yes, as any A350 pilot will say, oh, yeah, this is just like the real deal. Look at that. Yes. Enter star, enter approach. Very good. For some reason, we have an anti-icing wing system fault, whatever that means. Let's turn it off then. But I think the most ridiculous part right here is, I think, the OIS, this tablet right here, which can show us information about our flight plan, but especially about, taxiing, so where we go. Anyway, this is the most realistic simulation I've ever seen of the real A350 OIS. Here's a picture from real life. You can see the same UI buttons. Obviously, this won't be, exact, and I'm not here to judge that. But we're talking about an extremely in-depth airplane. So let's take a look. It's already aligned. We've got everything set up. Let's go ahead and turn on the APU bleed now and get this airplane pushed back. But first, let's start up the engine here. That's fine. Let's do that. And we push the pushback knob right here. And now it's very important that we get into the pushback truck seat. Yes, this is, you're seeing this right? Yes, we're steering an aeroplane. We're pushing it back. We are doing exactly that. Take that, Microsoft Flight Sim. Look at this. Very professional pushback indeed. Oh, this is not easy. It's not even easy to steer. I think. Oh, now I'm steering to the right in order to put this. No, I'm doing this wrong. Oh, don't crash now. Okay, that's kind of close. Either way, let's turn on engine number 1 as well. Look at that. Yeah, this plane is ultra realistic. There's one malady, and every A350 flight simulators have the same one, and that is that the taxi camera here doesn't work. That's the taxi button. Yeah, no cameras. Oh no, takeoff speed's not inserted. How could I? Let's go back here. Takeoff performance. Flaps 1. Takeoff 4. I don't even know what that means. There we go. Here's my V speeds. They're very high. Anyway, that's what I've figured out now. Very good. And so let's get ready for takeoff. So here we can see seatbelt signs need to be turned on. Let's go and do this quickly. There you go. Seatbelt sign turned on and that lights up green. That's what I want to say. This is hilarious. It is genuinely hilarious what they managed to put inside my phone. All right. Uh-oh. Don't crash. Oh. Oh, that's not gone well. I mean, all my phone does nowadays is just watch questionable reels and not fully fledged flight sims. I mean, just hear the sound. It's amazing. Let's go ahead and take off here. Now, on that little maneuver we just saw, we actually got a tail strike here. It says that here down there. Runway ahead. Look, we've got full runway awareness. Oh, sorry, little Q400. Full runway awareness system. Let's go ahead and take off now. All right, sorry about that little tail strike there. That might have happened. I'm right now on taxiway. Look at that. That's why it's complaining about giving full power. That's insane. I'm not on FMS runway. I think we're taking off from the wrong side of the... Yeah, we are. And it's literally warning us about that. We've got proper runway awareness here. Not on FMS runway, nav on taxiway. This is just insane. Let's go take off anyway. Full power. Look at that. Now, yes, this plane already has got a little bit of a tail strike, but it might be time for another one. So, come on. A350 gaining lots and lots of speed here. All right, now take off. Was that a tail strike? I don't think it was. Anyway, we can now turn on the autopilot right here. The plane is a little bit confused though, because we're not properly flying the flight plan. It doesn't like that. But let's put finally landing gear up now. Look at that. Come on. Yes. And the flaps. So we can do that here as well. Yes. Look at this. We've taken off from Frankfurt Airport. And doesn't it look good? Like it looks good. It's a good-looking airport. Now, sadly, there aren't such thing as failures here. In fact, there's only conditions where you can set up time and the weather. What I don't like is that we don't have live weather here. I think that needs to be added anyway. We're doing fine, and we could kind of practice emergency scenarios. We can put out the fire extinguishers. Do that. Even in the APU, that works. And we've got a dead engine. Yep. Great. By the way, I haven't even brought out the head-up display here, haven't I? Oh. Come on, head-up display. Yes, there we go. That works. By the way, we've got some warnings. All engines failure. Land ASAP. Max gliding distance. APU auto start in progress. I didn't know they do that. But we also put out the APU, I think, so that shouldn't be able to start up either. This plane is completely dead. We can now do selections here. This time... Uh-oh. Let's give up on that. But as you can see, I just wanted to mention, we have got lots of... stuff here. The good question is, can we still land this plane? I'm actually near my hometown. And the satellite imagery is actually really impressive. Once again, we're talking about mobile. Anyway, we're looking good. We've got this birdie here. Engines are dying. But I'm very impressed by this here. Like, we can check the checklist down here while we're flying. The problem, once again, is, though, this plane is so realistic that it's... like, my eyes are kind of bleeding having to look at that small screen. That can't be good for your eyes. Now, airport is over there. Let's put the landing gear down, because what difference does it make? All right, this is going to end badly. This is going to end very badly. Runway is over there. Okay. Something we don't have here in the mobile version definitely is trees. Uh-oh. All right, flaps full. We want to be as slow as possible while we impact the ground. Whoa. Boom. Oh. That was a quick stop. Now, time for a bit of a test. Welcome to St. Barth. By the way, right now I've got the joystick here on the screen, which is actually quite a lot better. Anyway, this looks good. I mean, this looks good. Maybe not. I mean, you wouldn't be able to fool anyone with this, but it's great. Let's take a look into... Wow, that was a voice crack. Let's take a look into the cockpit. I mean, in the Microsoft Flight Sim, this plane could fly anywhere, practically, even stop here. So let's try that. So, pull out the reverse thrusters. We want to use every single inch of this magnificent runway. Come on. Reverse. I want you to reverse. Okay, that doesn't work. All right, let's give up on that. Let's go full power. Yes, hear the beautiful sound of those trents. Come on. You can do it, airplane. You can do it. You can surely do it. Full power into takeoff. Yes. See this. Oh, it's mild tail strike. Oh, and mild water strike. Mild crashing going on here. Yep, it's warned us about the tail strike yet again, which I think is amazing. Let's put down the flaps again and try to land here. Little Cessna down there trying to land. Womp womp. Get ready for some wake turbulence, my friend. Okay, now let's try to land here. Overall, I feel like the physics are better than the Microsoft Flight Sim. Plane feels quite good. I just can't really see much. This phone is too small. Ah, I'm too far to the right, left. Whoa, 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 why is the auto throttle on? Oh, sorry about that. Maybe this is not a suitable airport. Now let's try an actual airport that works. All right, I do have to say one thing, and that's the controls. It's just really hard to fly planes properly here in this mobile. Oh my God, that's not been good. Yeah, I'm really struggling with that. Oh my God, can you see this? Yeah, a bit of a ground screen here showing what's going on. Look at this. Key West. That's pretty hilarious. That's pretty nice. Uh-oh, we're overrunning. Oh God. I'm kind of struggling with the controls here. There we go. We have survived that, though, barely. So, everybody, this is Aerofly's A350. I'm stunned. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, as always. Good night.